Hey guys, this is Tad, your homestead provider. Well, it's Christmas week and today is Monday. It's my normal off day, but I am off a few days extra this week because of the holiday. Merry Christmas. If nobody's told you, the reason for the season is not presents. It is not all the stuff you get. It is Jesus. That's the only reason for the season. But today we got a lot to do. I'm gonna go around and pedal and do a little bit of everything. We are going to run my trap lines here in just a few minutes. So I have been trying to trap some predators. As you know, we built that chicken condo, chalet, whatever you want to call it, and I let the chickens completely free range. No fence, no nothing. Well, whenever you do that, you lose some, which is very common and to be expected. So, we have started trapping. I'm gonna get the Ranger started up, let it be warming. So, we have started doing some trapping. So far, I've caught a few fox, not coyote yet, but bobcats, possums, coons, all that good stuff. My main target is coyotes. However, I haven't seen any fox over here in years, and I've already caught 3 in the short time I've been doing this. I didn't realize there were so many, but we're working on them quite a bit, and going to continue to work on them because they've been working on the chickens. So I don't want to lose all of them, and I'm going to do what I can to prevent that by eliminating some of the predator pressure. So let's go around and do that. I'm gonna feed these hogs right here real quick. Let me get the feed. So these right here, these out here are Idaho pasture pigs. Okay, I'm not a fan of Idaho pasture pigs. Anyway, these out here are Idaho pasture pigs. They are scheduled to be processed, I think it's February the 2nd. You might ask, why do I not like the Idaho pastures? So, they grow out entirely too slow. These 4 right here were born Christmas last year. Christmas of last year, and they are this size. I feed them a lot. I feed them high protein food, non-GMO, and this is how big they are. We've carried several to process. They are not bad as far as eating, but I mean it's pretty good. What's that? Pretty good anyway. Back up. Get off me. They're pretty good eating. Pork chops are kind of on the small end. They're evidently starving this morning. Pork chops are kind of on the small end. There's not a ton of bacon. It's just not my favorite. So we did get some Berkshire, actually. Let me try to put my mic back on. I've got a couple of Berkshire gilts, real young. I'll show them to you here in a few minutes. They supposedly forage really well and are good mamas. So I have them. Actually, me and Hudson moved them yesterday up behind Daddy's in the woods. So they are up there right now. Last night was their first night in the woods, so we're gonna check on them, be sure they're still there, still good. Go ahead and feed them all that. But supposedly Berkshire are good mamas and they forage well. I think what we're gonna do is cross them with some Duroc. I also think I might get a couple of Duroc sows as well, and then cross them with Berkshire. Try it out both ways. So from my readings and watching and doing, you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm learning. Berkshire are a little bit smaller than the Duroc, but the Duroc grow out faster and are bigger. So in theory, if you cross them both, you have a good mama that forages well, good pig, good hog that's forages well, grows out relatively fast, and has very good meat quality. Like I said, I don't know. I'm new to this. The reason you know I'm new to this is because I bought them Idaho pasture pigs. But, you know, live and learn. It's a process. I have sold several of the Idaho pasture pigs as feeder pigs. Sold several as sows, or not sows, sold several as gilts. Our two breeder sows and Harry, the big boar, we did get rid of. Somebody come bought them, and they are actually, I'm pretty sure the two sows, best I remember, are fixing to have piglets about right now. So I'm gonna message them people, see how that's going, if they did, if they didn't, if they're about to, see how that's going, just check in on them. But I'm fixing to ride this Ranger up here, run the trap line, check on everything, feed everything, and we'll take you along with me. Riding down the road, trying to loosen my load. Alright, so remember me saying that the chickens are completely free range. Well, here they are. Got them out here with the cows. And there is, they literally free range everywhere. Now they do not have any kind of fence. They go wherever they want to, and they scratch up these cow patties quite a bit. Eat bugs, forage. There's no bugs to eat in December, but normally they would eat bugs. They forage really well out through here. Now I had 75 probably. Now they're somewhere around 50-ish. Just guessing. I don't know. There's too many to count. But as you can see, there is a single-stranded electric to keep the cows in, but that does nothing for the chickens. They go literally wherever they want to. And this is the reason we have predator problems, because we choose to raise them like this, which is fine, to be expected, like I said. But I do need to put out a couple more traps, and I think I'm going to around the edge of the woods, maybe one over here, one over there, to try to get some predators, work on some predator control. But anyway, there's a Jersey. Hadn't seen her in a while. She's doing good. Other Jersey back there, she is a little more skittish than this one. Anyway, they are ready to be bred here shortly, and we're probably going to do that in a month or so, and see how that works out. But anyway, I just want to stop here at the chickens as we're driving by, going to our trap lines, and show you, if you can see. What you doing, girl? What you doing, girl? No, she's not used to me holding the camera, I guess. Yeah. Now this one right here won't hardly let me touch her. I'll have to work on that. But anyway, let's check on all these chickens right there. There is several. There. Some in there. I love these things. These right there's one egg. We have been getting just literally one egg, but there it is. I love them things. Them are great. This is the Best Nest box. I'll try to put a link down in the description to where you can find these. Worth every penny. Only part I don't like about the Best Nest box You can't get into it from back here. There's another one, can't think of the name, what it's called right now, but you can access it through that back panel. I do like it too. I wish this one had it. It's kind of aggravating sometimes trying to get some eggs that didn't roll down in there completely, but it works. It works pretty good actually. But anyway, all right, let's continue and go check on the traps. Alrighty, we're up here with the sheep and dogs, feeding them. On the way over here, I broke my stick, so I'm having to hold this camera. But anyway, these are the sheep. They're doing well. There's 2 pups. She just turned a year old recently. He'll be a year old in a couple of months. But we keep them out here. They're on pasture right now. I've got a couple of hay bales. This is the second one I fed them for the year. They pretty well devour them. They're the 2 houses they use, and come over here twice a day and feed them, check on them. We use the electric net run by a solar energizer. All that's from Premier One. But anyway, there's the sheep. Still doing good. Imagine they've grown quite a bit since you've seen them last. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go feed them, then we'll move on. Keep on continuing checking on the trap. Alrighty, so we're pulling up on one of my traps. Look what it is. First coyote catch. That's exciting. First of many that needs to be done. But check him out. Check her out. So there's a chance he's been clipping some of the chickens. So we're gonna have to take care of that problem. Now we have deer cameras set out, and I have had multiple days where there's been 5 of these right here in one picture. So whenever you get over population of predators such as coyotes, you have to thin them out a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to be without chickens, sheep, goats, whatever you got. So we're going to take care of this one right here, and then we will be right back. Alrighty, so we got that girl took care of and got our set rebaited and reset. What I use right here to catch this coyote was some, I think it's Craven's Gusto as a lure. All right, and then the Craven's Hiawatha Valley. And what I did was I got some wool from a local person. I wrap that bait in the wool and stick it down in that hole right there. I make a hole, run it down in there. Then I take some Gusto from, this particular one is Gusto. There's numerous ones, but this was Gusto. And I put a few drops on it on a piece of wool somewhere close to the hole. This right here is the Gusto's the lure, and the Hiawatha Valley is the bait. And it caught us our first coyote. So that's good. I hope there's many more to come, because I know there's many more out there. But this was a kind of a smaller female. There she is. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of her here in a few minutes, but that's one of many that needs to be caught. So let's keep on running the trap line, see if we can find anything else. All right, we're up here at the pigs. I hope they're still in here somewhere anyway. There is their shelter I got. Come on, pig, let's go, come on. I see them down there in the woods. Well, we got 2-strand electric. I've got a good section off right here, an acre maybe, something like that. And the plan was for them to clean up the wooded area and root it all up, clean up this stuff, and hopefully they're gonna do it. So let's try it. I'm gonna try to walk down here and try to get them to come up here. I can see them down there. So let's get them. This is the first time I have fed them since moving over here like this. So I guess I'm gonna have to walk down here and encourage them a little bit to come up. Come on, pig, let's go. Come on, pig, let's go. I'm gonna walk down here in the woods. around the edge. Come on, pig, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, pig. Come on. What y'all do? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There they are. Now, anybody that's had piglets knows that they're a little skittish whenever they're younger. The older they get, the more tame they get because you're feeding them. So, they run off from me. Anyway, hopefully get them up here, try to get a good picture of them. But anyway, the main thing is making sure they're all still here. Well, they are at the moment. And they're down here. Now, this particular spot has a spring that runs right through the middle of it. And then I've got the electric on the outside of the spring, so they can come down here and drink fresh water. Now, I did initially put a 50 gallon trough up there for them to feed, for them to drink out of, until they figured out where this was. And since they're down here, I'm assuming they figured that out really quick. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna try to push these up there a little bit, see if I should have worn my rubber boots, see if I can get a good video of them. If I can, I'll show you. But just walking them a little bit. But the plan is for them to clean this up. See how thick this is? Need to get a couple of before and after pictures. Because the older they get, the more destructive they get. And in theory, they'll clean up the woods. Now, there's several oak trees, several acorns all over the place in through here that they can eat. And here's some pasture raised, or not pasture, we're in the woods. Here's some forest raised pork. So if I start hollering them, give them some kind of little holler for them to do, I'll figure out when I'm feeding them. And they just went back down in the woods. Oh well, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put some feed up here in their buckets. Every time that I come up here and feed them, I'm gonna give them some kind of little holler. That way they know it's time to feed, time to eat. So anyway, doesn't look like I'm gonna get a good video today of them. Hopefully I can get one here for too long, but anyway, that's all I got right now. Predator trapping new pigs through the forest as they're going back down in there. That's all I got for today. If you're liking these videos, enjoying the content, give this video a thumbs up. If you see something I'm doing wrong, I'm open to constructive criticism or even something that will help me, you know, with the trapping. I haven't been doing that very long, and you know, this is the first coyote I've caught, so that's working out pretty good. But pointers, tips, whatever you got would be great. But hopefully I'm gonna start putting out a little more content than I have been. Haven't been doing much in the past few months. Like I said earlier, it's been pretty busy, but anyway, I hope to change that. That's all I got for now. This is Tad, your homestead provider. God bless.